Quite disappointing. When I saw the news, I found it hard to believe, but I hit the internet, read the background to the story, and they were trying to change the ball to get an unfair advantage. And I'm asking, at this level of cricket internationally, well, it's a good thing the players were sent back home and punitive measures are being applied where appropriate. Make examples out of them so that other countries or club sides who do this, because you understand that they do it under the radar and they do not get caught, will take a cue. And it's about fairness. You all should come to the pitch, play, and let the better side win. Do not get an unfair advantage over the other team.
Okay, so Australia cricket chief James Sutherland has been addressing the press on this issue. Let's listen to him.
The key finding is that prior knowledge of the ball tampering incident was limited to 3 players: Captain Steve Smith, Vice-Captain David Warner and Cameron Bancroft. No other players or support staff had prior knowledge, and this includes Darren Lehman, who, despite inaccurate media reports, has not resigned from his position. He will continue to coach the Australian men's team under his current contract. All 3 players who have been reported will leave South Africa tomorrow. Their replacements in the Australian squad for the 4th test here in Johannesburg will be Matthew Renshaw, Glenn Maxwell and Joe Burns. Replacement players will arrive in South Africa over the next 24 hours. Tim Payne has been officially appointed captain of the Australian men's test team. In regard to the 3 players on report, I want to stress that we are contemplating significant sanctions in each case.
So that's it. It's just the trio. No other persons involved. Smith tried to, get everybody working by saying that it's a leadership group that were involved in this. But the Australia cricket chief right there, James Sutherland, saying it's just the 3 of them. So Smith, the former vice captain, of course, Bancroft, that brought everything. He didn't read the rules properly.
It's a shame. It's a shame. Hopefully they will learn from this, and hopefully all the players that they've been thinking about doing something like this now will desist.
Not just the sport of cricket.
Yeah, all sports. All sports.
It goes across board. And if the captain of the side would lead in a bad way, trying to get an unfair advantage for your team, these are sides that are involved in one-day international test series, like we did say, and one of the best cricket nations in the world, Australia. I'm glad that they nipped it on the bud and took punitive measures instantly.
Immediately.
They did not stall and allow media to spin the situation around. They had it head on, and it's been Pt.2, and going forward, other countries will take a cue and learn from that mistake.
I agree.
Right. That's what we hope for. Yeah, no cheating.
Yeah, so allowed.
Cheating unallowed.
Let's get on with the show now. Remember, we're still counting down to the 2018 FIFA World Cup title. Is now 78 more days
getting closer.
To go. It's getting closer. Persons are now feeling the fever, particularly with countries playing friendly matches and not get to the sort of results that they start asking, is this the sort of team we're going to have at the World Cup? Well, let's continue to profile the stadiums that will do the magic at the World Cup in Russia. We've talked about quite a number. This one we'll talk about today is the Kaliningrad Stadium. It will host the match between Nigeria and Croatia. Kayode, if you look at what Russia has put into infrastructure for this World Cup, you know they mean business.
World class, state of the art. I've actually seen a number of the stadia and I'm pretty impressed. The groundsmen are always on the turf, working on the grass, and the infrastructures in place are up to date. And you know, Russia, politically, they've not been the best. They want to make a statement by hosting the World Cup. It remains to be seen how they would cope in that regard. But thus far from what we've seen of the stadia, it means they mean business, they're ready, and we're going to witness a very, very solid World Cup going by the friendlies we've witnessed, because all sides are shaping up, mixing and matching, and trying to get their best legs ready for the Mundial.
Okay, it's all about getting ready for the World Cup in Russia. Remember, it's going to start on June the 4th. And FIFA's events and competition officer, Colin Smith, has been speaking on the readiness of the Kaliningrad Stadium.
here we can see that, yes, a lot of work has been done, but there is also a lot remaining to be done over the coming, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks in order to showcase Kaliningrad to the world.
Colin Smith there is very, very confident that stadium will be ready to host Nigeria versus Croatia, Nigeria's first game at the World Cup, and we'll just go from there because we're trying to get ready for Croatia. That's why we played Serbia. And that result 2-0 in case you missed it. Alexander Mitrovic scoring 2 goals and for Serbia. Quickly, let's just go directly into that game. Your assessment, your overall take of the performance and the result.
Well, my overall take is that we got beat by a dominant side, like I did say earlier. An opportunity for Ganotro and his technical crew members to assess the weaknesses of the team, as we've seen from the flanks. And
where are the weaknesses? Let's start from the back.
Let's start from the back. Taran Eboué was quite shaky. We did see a number of efforts, incursions from the Serbs, and he was the weakest link. At some point, we saw William Troost Ekong leaving his position to support the young man. Yes, he's young and he needs playing time to garner experience, which the friendly did yesterday. We need to work in that aspect. Chidozie Awazie, for the life of me, did not cover himself in glory. Yes, he does well for Nantes and France, but whenever he combines with William Troost Ekong, like we did see against South Africa, he was quite shaky. We need to work on that. Then in the middle of the park, we lacked creativity going forward.
I mean, you can go on and on about the weaknesses, so we'll come back to you in a bit after this break.